Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox the Floureon T3 Plus car jump starter with mini air compressor and take a close-up look. So let's go ahead and first open up the package. So it comes in this really robust carry case here. So we're taking a look around the carry case or box. Looking around the specifications of the Floureon T3 Plus car jump starter. So let's go ahead and now open up the box and see what's inside. Okay, so we have an instruction manual for the T3 air compressor. So it's quite a compact air compressor, and it has an 80 psi pumping capacity. So maximum pressure 80 psi for the mini compressor pump or air pump. And this is the user guide for the T3 Plus car jump starter. It comes in various languages. Okay, so let's put that aside as well. And we have a QC check docket there, which is cool. Okay, so let's see the contents of the actual box. So let's have a look at the cables. So you have a car lighter socket there. Including a with a socket at the tip here. So let's put that aside. And of course you have the battery clamps here. If we can get that to focus. Okay, so let's put that aside. And you have once again a wall adapter here. And I believe this, once again, this socket here is for charging the actual car jump starter itself. So the actual external battery. It's actually an external battery pack as well. So earlier I showed you this one for the car lighter socket. So you can actually charge the external battery or car jump starter using your car's lighter socket. So, and you have another cable here. Okay, let's put that aside. And we have a variety of plugs here. So that's quite handy. And we also have the actual air compressor itself, or the pump. So it's so compact. It's a mini pump here. Look how small that is. So you can always be carrying this around in your car, in the trunk of your car, or even in the glove box of your car. So, but it needs to be, of course, connected to the actual car jump starter or external battery pack itself. And there appears to be a light as well on it, which is quite handy, because you never know when you'll be needing to pump that tire up, because sometimes it might happen in the dark where you have no lighting at all. And of course we have the needle here that you can use for bicycle, for like basketballs or any kind of sports balls, with the metal needle. And the plastic one, I suppose that's what you'd use for the actual car itself, car tire inflation. Okay. Actually, my mistake. The car tire inflator would be this connector here. So that nozzle, the one in black, could be used for other things, which I'm not quite familiar with, but I'm sure those of you who have matching equipment will know. And of course, lastly, we have the actual T3 Plus car jump starter. So it has an 18,000 milliampere hour capacity. So that's quite a huge charge. So you can actually use it as a backup external battery for laptops and your mobile phones or tablets. As you can see, there are various connectors here for different devices. So you have your USB, your DC output, of course input for charging, I would believe, and of course let's see if we can open this. I suspect this opens for the actual clamp cables for the battery. So if you have the battery clamps here, we plug it in. So there's no way to get this wrong since it only goes in one way. Like that. And of course we can turn on the power if there's any charge in this already. Unfortunately it doesn't seem to come on, or maybe there are some tabs. Let's see if the battery is accessible anywhere. No, it's a completely sealed unit, so there's no tampering or fiddling about. It's a quite nice and sturdy design. Very clean design here. Okay, let me try turning it on again. Oh, actually, there's the on switch there. My mistake. And of course the power, which not quite sure what that does, obviously. Okay, so it's turned the LED light. So there's an LED light over there, which I believe has a few functions. So there's a strobe as well. So it's in strobe mode now. And I think SOS as well. So it's quite handy if you are if your car's broken down in the middle of nowhere and you need some kind of torch or warning indicator to others. So once again, I've just turned it on, just press and hold should. So we have to step through the modes to get it to turn off. So I'm pressing and holding, there we go. Okay, so let's see what else we can do over here. So, okay, I doubt the pump would work without it being connected. We'll see, we'll test it out. Let's connect the pump up. So the pump runs with the same connector as what we have with the, there we go, with the car. Okay, let's see if that's off now. There we go. With the, with the car's battery clamp. So there, so the pump actually works and the light's on as well over there. Not quite sure if that can be turned off or maybe it has to be done through here. Okay, so I'm just exploring. So obviously I haven't read the manual or anything like that. So all this is just a discovery session for me here. So it seems to be the light stays on as soon as it's plugged in to the battery pack or car jump starter. Okay, so I'm just exploring and seeing if that can light up, and if so, how. I suspect that's another sort of like a warning light instead of a torch there. So if you're broken down, you might want to kind of just warn passing cars or any kind of vehicles or that you are actually there or there's a hazard about. But obviously that probably needs more reading up on to get it to operate. Okay, so I fiddled with the car jump starter for a little bit more and kind of figured out a little bit more very quickly. So just now when I was trying to figure out how to turn on this hazard warning light, it's actually quite simple. Everything is operated through these two buttons. Obviously on is just a straightforward turning on the actual battery pack or car jump starter, and the power button here basically operates everything. So you can see it shows the power reserve there. This is power reserve indicator, but also it shows the output there for this socket there. So if I tap on it, it will step through the different voltages. So you can actually be powering a laptop as well, which is quite impressive. And obviously what we were trying to do earlier is we were trying to get that red light on, and there we have it. So it's a series of tapping. Once again, I haven't read the instructions yet, but it's really that simple. But obviously I didn't want to waste too much time fiddling around but while it was recording. So there we go. So that just turns on and off. Everything is operated through this power button. And also I forgot to show you these connectors. So how it works is with the output, I did show you it earlier, but I didn't quite show you how they kind of work. So I kind of figured it out that if you plug it into the output, and what we have earlier is we had a series of various size connectors. So all of them have a universal bottom fit there. So how that works is you connect whichever end you need into the other end of the this cable here. So effectively it's just one cable with different adapter sockets or plugs. So it's really that straightforward. So that's the Floureon T3 Plus car jump starter with mini air compressor. Thanks for watching and happy starting and pumping!